Hello. Nice to meet you all. We will wait another 5 minutes and then let's see how many are here so we can start. Just a second, please. I have to let someone in. Ji, could you please send Ajahn Chun, the link? It seems like he does not have the link.
Okay.
All right.
How can I see the background of the screen?
Oh, sorry, I think we didn't send it to you.
No, I sent it. I
You
already.
did?
You just click on the video picture, the video icon.
My face?
Yeah. The video icon next to the there will be an arrow next to the video, stop video, that thing. You see?
Oh, try.
Okay,
Okay.
and choose virtual background, a virtual background.
Oh, yeah. Stop
I just,
video.
yeah. Right.
Use virtual background. Okay.
And choose the background picture that I sent to you.
How can I choose the background? None. Okay, plus.
Meanwhile, we have like already 17 cases.
Yeah. We wait a little bit longer and then we can start. I just see not too many people that I know, but I just read there is Manas from Goethe Institute. I just saw him. Hello, nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you. Yeah, happy to be here.
Okay, thank you. And I see a lot of faculty members from SCUT, so also welcome.
Hello.
Okay. Hello.
Hello. We are from South China University of Technology.
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah,
nice to meet you.
And there is Kyushu University. Leon.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for inviting.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. And let's see who else we can see. SCUT, ITB, that must be Bandung, is that correct? ITB, yes, hello.
Hello.
Hello, yeah, it's from Bandung.
Okay.
Hello. Institute of Technology. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Okay. So, Ajahn Michael, would you like to give us the honor to start? We are recording this session, so for everyone that is late or that is not yet logged in, we have the complete session recorded.
Okay, so welcome everybody. It's during this difficult time of COVID-19, but maybe it's good to try a new platform. We will try this online. So I will pass the role to Martin, right?
Yes.
Who will conduct the session. Yeah, thank you everybody for joining, and hopefully the Dria competition will be able to go on and then continue in all the years after this. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Ajahn Michael. I'm going to share the slides, and what we have been what we have planned is that 3 of us who are in the organization team, Ajahn Chun, Ajahn Ji, and myself, we will guide you a little bit through the changes that we are proposing. These changes are not changes on the competition itself, but these are changes in order to make the competition and the symposium work as an online event. And I think the first one to start is Ajahn Chun. I think he's here, yes.
Okay, so I would like to greeting everyone. My name is Chamnan Tirapat. So I was one of the team organizing this competition. So today I would like to give you a brief of the details or the schedules of the activity we do have. So the first one is the schedule. So you prepare yourself for all the date, important date. The first one is the insurance of the competition brief, which is today, maybe like in the July, we will send you the files and upload the file for you to download and see the details. Submission of the competition entries, 15 June on 6 p.m. in Thailand time. And submission of the student workshop, 29th June, also at 6 p.m. Bangkok time. Submission of the research talk on the same date, 29th June, 6 p.m. Bangkok time. And symposium for Dria will be held during the 14 to 18 July this year. The presentation of the competition entries will be set during this symposium as well, from 14 to 17 July. Announcements of the award honors will be on the 18th July, which is the end of the symposium. Next, please. Okay. And as we have to host everything online, we could not go to the site, so we will have the virtual site visit by webinar, which is providing and offering by the local partners in Naga cities. The first one is Assistant Professor Jennifer Weiber at the State College of the Science and Technologies, and the second one is Mr. Wilfredo Velez Jr. from the Naga City Planning Department will be set up the online tour for us. Next, please. Okay, so the award for this year, we will have, the jury will select the 3 winning schemes, which is according to the category we will have. The first one is adaptive, mitigation and regenerative urban and architectural resilience. So the first one is the best urban and architectural regenerative and mitigation design, which is 90,000 baht. So the second one is the best community and socially resilient design, which is again the same price, which is 90,000 baht. And then next one is the
okay, there is sorry, there is a change. There is a mistake. I will correct that later on. I will speak about it. Yeah. Okay. So there's 3 main awards, And basically, excuse me, one is the urban and architecture regenerative and mitigation design. The second one is best community and socially resilient. And the last one is about best technology application in the design. So I will change that slide later on and I will update it. And it's the same prize award.
So the next one is the Student Workshop Award with the best workshop design presentation. Also, and this one is 30,000 baht. Okay, so the international symposium is to present the competition result, award, and its winners. This one would also host online by King Mongkut University of Technology Chonburi from 14 to 18 July this year. Okay, this is the time schedule that we're trying to see the overlapping of the different time periods of the entry over the world. So you could see that the red one is the time in Bangkok, and there's a time difference between each regional area. So I think we could see this one, you know, you could check yourself with like, when is your time period and what time did you place, which is met with the activity in Bangkok. So I think I don't want to go too on the detail. I think we could check this. Or Martin, you want to go? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just to give an overview. You see actually the green parts are actually the decent hours, and the yellow parts are the hours that go either a little bit too early or a little bit too late. We are trying to keep everything in the green hours, which works for most of the universities, where we will then start to schedule the sessions either early in the morning or in the afternoon. With our friends from the US and from Canada, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. We have to move probably some sessions into the early hours to make it possible for them to present their work. And you can see that in the following slide, that this is a little bit how we plan to do it. This is a work in progress where we try to have the jury panels to those decent hours that work with the universities. Yeah. And yeah, all right. So this is the current draft. Once we know how many, thank you, Jun. Maybe I just take it from here.
Okay.
So you actually see that we have already scheduled the idea that on the first day we have opening speeches, it's mostly with speakers and with keynote speakers. And then starting from the second day, from Thursday onwards, we're going to have the presentations of the student competition work. And again, we will try to create the slots as convenient as possible for the universities, so they don't have to wait until midnight until it's their time, or until they can present, but they can have it at the appropriate time. Unfortunately, it will be very difficult for everyone to actually join the entire symposium. And I think that's a little bit the disadvantage of doing this online. It is it is quite exhausting from my experience that I had, or that we all had probably over the last year. But we try to compensate for that by providing all the recordings to all these presentations. And so if you miss something, also because of the time difference, then you can always check with the recordings that we will try to continuously upload. There are also some changes to the student, basically to the student competition that I'd like to quickly announce. The first one is basically that we're going to have this webinar and virtual site tour by using Zoom. Our friends from Naga City will take care of that next week. There will be 2 days. And again, in order to make it accessible as possible for everyone, we do that at 12 p.m. because we found out this might be that the reach is the biggest for the universities. And we only do that for 2 hours, so you don't get too overexhausted. And as well, we will do some recordings. On the first day, the webinar is basically some short, brief lectures from people of Naga City and of some non-government organizations that are working with the city on the housing issue. But also there are some other non-government organizations which will go more into the technology of housing, as well as we will have Willy Briels. He will talk a little bit more general about the hazards and the climatic hazards that Naga City is facing. And on the second day, we will have the virtual site tour where I think Jennifer, my friend Jennifer, will go to 3 different sites that have been selected by the city. And she will give you some idea of what these sites are all about. Again, like according to the wish of Oscar, actually you don't have to choose the sites. You can explore the city by yourself and you can make your proposals wherever you want to. But if you want to make use of these sites, then this is also absolutely fine. And the second change for the student competition is, of course, the type of documents that you have to submit. We still want to insist that you actually provide print presentations or poster presentations because we are thinking about a time after COVID, as long as it may take, but we would like to keep the poster presentations to make it possible to have this a little bit more publicly accessible and to have an exhibition here in Bangkok to showcase the work. And at the same time, we would like you to submit a smaller, a reduced poster presentation in terms of a TIFF file, so we can use it for online presentation. The same thing like the last time, we would like to ask you to submit a report. The report should have something like an executive summary or an abstract of 300 to 500 words to explain your idea, a competition idea, as good as possible. This will be the main source for the jury members to get a first impression on your submission. So I think it's important that you actually pay attention to that report or to that abstract. Whatever you put afterwards, I think pretty much depends on the amount of time you have available and the effort you put into it. Of course, the more detailed your reports are, the more appreciated it is. Finally, and this is the new part and the most important part of the submission, is that you will submit a video file presentation of 5 to 8 minutes where your student team is presenting the competition entry. And again, this is quite important because, again, it will give an impression to the jury members on your ideas, and together with the printed presentation, with the poster presentation, I think it will kind of like make it easier for them to understand your basic ideas of your competition entry. Finally, on the 29th of June, you can submit what we call a presentation file. The presentation file can be a PDF or a Microsoft Word file where you can pre-submit this file for the presentation that will take place during the symposium. So this is again like another chance. You can choose either whether you use the video file presentation or whether you want to do a live presentation. In case you want to do a live presentation, then you should submit a presentation file up front. Okay. The next part that I like to talk about is the student workshop, which in this case is fundamentally different from the original workshop. The original workshop idea was to bring people together, bring the students together, have the students talk to each other, and enjoy the exchange of of ideas and so on. And of course, this is difficult by doing this online. So instead of doing the workshop here in Bangkok, our proposal is that you do the workshop together with your students, and you kind of like, you actually submit the result of your workshop. And again, I think this is actually very exciting, because in order to make it a little bit more ambitious, what we would like to do is we would like your students to engage with another team, either a non-partner or a partner university. So to your students team up with someone else. Again, this can be either another university, or this can be from your own university, a different faculty or a different program. So we call that either it's multi-context or it's multidisciplinary. And together, this team will then start to propose the idea of resilience within your own location. And this idea has to be without scale, meaning like you can choose whatever scale you want, whatever proposal you want. It don't directly have to be architecture related. It can be a product design related. You can come up with a product, a machine. You can come up with an application. Anything that you have as an idea is acceptable. But one main part of this submission is that you have to kind of like not only propose the idea, but also kind of like showcase the impact of this idea. What does it mean? That means like you have to go out and you have to get some kind of response from the general public on your idea. For example, if you do an application, you ask some people to use your application. If you do something like a product, you start the community to use your product, something like this. So it's a little bit challenging, but I think it's very exciting, and we are working together with a partner, which is the Goethe Institute. In order to make this a little bit more interesting, we will start, we are in the process of discussing ideas of how we can expand this idea further. So we will update you on this. So again, teams are free to choose their topics, develop their subjects, and elaborate the significance concerning a specific self-chosen existing resilience issue. So in the first picture, you actually see this multidisciplinary idea. Here you see it could be some implementation, small implementation in your locality, or it could be something like an application. It could be anything of that kind. Again, we know that the time frame is quite short, so we also allow you to pick up on some projects that you might have done together with students, or the students might have done before. The important part here is that you actually kind of prove that you develop this idea further, that you extend this idea. So if you have done a similar project and you want to reuse that, you're welcome to do so. I like to give one example from the visit of BISCAS, the college in Naga City. They have been doing like a cinder block with some lean concrete that can be used for the, that is more lightweight and has better what is called insulation performance. So something like this can be used, but then you have to start to create something further. And again, like the submission is a video that you do of the completed work that showcases the project and that showcases the implementation of the project, where you get some feedback from the general public. It should be no longer than 8 minutes. And again, like we will define later on how we work together with the Goethe Institute, that we can kind of like use the Goethe Institute as a media channel to go further, to have more public response. The submission is on the 29th of June, which is 2 weeks later after the submission of the student competition. So there will be, so you will have some extra time. And again, like it should be in form of an executive summary and a video file presentation. Finally, we want to propose something to the faculty members. The faculty members, I think one of the strengths of this Dria event always has been, at least that's how G was explaining it to me, that faculty members meet each other and exchange ideas. And of course, that is something that is really shortcoming when we talk about online meetings, online conferences. So what we want to propose is what we call a research talk, the chance for faculty members to propose and to kind of like present their own research within the Dria community, and to get a chance to kind of like engage into either cooperation or further research or anything of that kind, can get some response and some support from the others. So this is my favorite picture here with the guy presenting here and the children's in the back at the BBC. So basically, it don't have to be so serious. We don't have to make it super formal, but the idea certainly is here that we exchange our expertise and we exchange like our ideas and try to find a way to keep up the idea of having a meeting of like-minded people. So again, here, the research talk will be organized by a video that you can do that is not longer than 5 minutes, introducing the work and the intentions. And again, like it's supposed to be open so other people can contribute to your ideas and to your work. And we will see how many people are interested in doing that. We will then organize it either as individual presentations, or if we have a lot of response, we would actually like to have like a little bit like a roundtable discussion where the faculty members of a similar topic are put together and they have basically a self-organized discussion where each one of them can present their work. All right. So same thing here, a written abstract is expected and a video file presentation. Unfortunately, we don't have any prize or any award for that. But what we can certainly hope for is that you can get response as much as possible. Okay, and in order to get this a little bit organized, to see how many people are joining for research talk, for workshop, how many people are committing for that, I would like you to fill out the participation confirmation so we can kind of like get an idea how many people will be involved for each university. Because that will very much influence the schedule for the symposium. Okay, and that's it basically from my side. I hope you have understood. I'm getting a little bit nervous here myself, but we have a Q&A session for you to ask one more time, and then G and I will help you to clarify any open questions. Thank you. Okay, so I stop sharing.
Yeah, and also I see Jennifer also here. So if you have questions about the site presentation, she'll be able to answer all the questions. Okay. So I see a lot of faces that we met before and never have chance. More than a year that that we never met. I see everyone look as happy as before. Okay. So this is the last part of our kickoff meeting today about the question and answer. I would like to ensure you that we would like to make this event, the online event, as much participating as possible. So we want to have all professor participation, and we want to have all student participation, and we hope they have fun. So what we plan today can be changed if you see something better that we should do or something like that. So Maybe, if anyone would like to, comment or have question, please. Any questions so far? No.
Maybe I can kick off the first question to G.
Oh, how?
Actually,
Wow.
I forgot that I wanted to ask everyone whether they are okay with using Google Drive or Dropbox as a resource for getting the documents, because I think Shui from Taiwan has kind of like let me know that there might be some issues that some countries don't give access to Google Drive. If that is the case, then please let us know. Otherwise, we will actually shift our documents and to Google Drive. So then it's actually because we have larger spaces available rather than Dropbox. So if there's any issue regarding using Google, may I ask you to just let me know? Is that correct? Or is that any problem?
I'm from the South China University of Technology, and I think maybe some of our students will have problem in using Google. So if it is possible, maybe we can. It's better to provide some other approach.
Okay.
Because yeah, I'm not sure everyone can get access to the Google.
You have any system you prefer, Dropbox or?
Dropbox, well, we are not sure Dropbox is available, but maybe we can try, but I'm not sure. Maybe we can communicate later and to make sure which one is available for us.
Okay.
But I'm not sure Dropbox is okay or not.
What usually you use to left big file and big file?
We use some local app or local toolbox, but I don't know which one is available for us. Maybe we can talk with our students.
Okay,
that would be great.
How about send us email or use like file transfer? We use some transfer material transfers.
Like file send?
Yes. Like
file
that.
send is possible? Okay.
Yes. File send is okay.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. All right.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any others issue or topic or questions? No? Okay. So
then I have the next question. I'm sorry. May I ask who is familiar with Naga City? Who had the chance to familiarize themselves with Naga City, or who has already done some project? Because this is already the second attempt to do Naga City. And then I will come to the next question that has been asked by one of you regarding how many submissions you can already do. But before that, I would like to ask how many of you have already started to work on Naga City and have had the chance to go there or to do research on it?
If I may answer, I'm Heru from ITB. Last year, our studio did this competition program as our case in the studio, and we finished that program. So we already ready with the design for I think 6 group or 4 group in the studio. We almost went to Naga City. We already buy the ticket, etc. But at the last moment, we have to cancel because of the pandemic. So this year we ready with the new batch of students. So this is a different student from those already work on this project. So we start new, but of course the tutor or lecturer are the same. So it's not new for the lecturer. So we are looking forward to do this again.
All right. Okay. Great to hear. If I
I'm
might,
from Darmstadt.
yeah. Hello.
Darmstadt University. Yeah, we also worked with Naga City last year with our students, and we do have some projects on Naga City right now with our students, and we will right now see what we submit in this competition. But we didn't have the chance to visit Naga City as well. We wanted to go there, but then the pandemic came and it crashed our plans to visit the city.
Yeah, it was really sad.
And we had not just, my name is Annette, also from Technical University Darmstadt. Very happy to be here. Thanks for organizing it once again. Because our students have been very disappointed last year. We are starting with a new batch of students, but also with a new batch of teachers, because last year Simon spent a research time at our MIT in Melbourne. And we have new in our group, Chaitali. You might know her from Singapore, and she is just doing her PhD with us.
Oh, she's
great.
We are really looking forward.
Okay, that's good. This question was intentional. Is there anyone else who like to mention something? Otherwise, yeah.
Our Kyushu University team had visited last March at Naga City.
Yeah.
And our team, our class did the April to August, and the work was done. So now we selected one team to submit the competition.
Oh.
Okay, that's great, because that's a good, that's very good that you mentioned that you already choose one team, because I feel a little bit sad for all teams that are actually doing the work, but the rule still applies that actually only one team can be submitted by university, and the reason for that is basically it will be otherwise very difficult to handle and very difficult to actually go through all that work. The jury will be hard to find a jury as well. So the idea is we would like to have a number of about 20 entries that can also go a little bit up and a little bit down. And we still insist on the idea that each university is doing a pre-selection. The more,
I have one question.
Yeah.
I have one question. So those students, part of the students graduate are going to graduate this March and go back to Myanmar or another Japan too. Are they participated as a student on
if they're,
competition?
yes, I think we should not hold them back, or we should not interfere with that. If they want to participate and they are in the team that is actually submitting the work, then they are obviously welcome to do so. It's no question whether they are students or not. They were students at the time. But
I'm ready.
Okay, very good. But again, like, we rely on the responsibility of the university to actually pre-select. And again, like, the more teams you have, the better for you, because or at the same time, the more stressful for you. But I think it will actually improve the submissions as well if there is competition on so many levels. Yeah. So
thank you very much.
Thank you. And if there is some free seats available, depending on the response, we might discuss inviting some other universities. We will discuss that with Oscar, because kind of like we have our mindset about 20 universities right now. Okay. Any questions from your side?
If not, I see Jennifer here. Do you want to say?
Of course, I would like to introduce
about the plan for next week.
Okay, I did not see Jennifer here. Jennifer, can you please, may I introduce Jennifer? She is from Naga City. She is the one that you can raise questions to about Naga City. She will be the person that is going to organize the webinar and the site visit for you next week. Jennifer, can you please introduce yourself and show yourself?
I'm here. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Jennifer Vibar. I'm an associate professor here in this class, and I'm also the focal person for this class, for this linkage. So we are preparing for the next week's activity for January 21 and 22. We have prepared for you the as was what was mentioned earlier, lectures for day one of our activity, which is the webinar, and then we also will also prepare the virtual tour, which was where we were assisted by the city, that's care of Willie Krill, yes. So I hope everyone will be able to attend next week's activity. So with regards to, if you have any questions with regards to the Naga City, to the site, you can email me and Willie. I have also seen a communication, an email sent by one of the German students asking asking the cadastral map of Naga. And I have, of course, I have informed Willie of it, since I think the email ad that was provided by CPDO, by the City Plan and Development Office, was incorrect. So Willie was not getting the the email, but I have already informed him.
Okay.
So if there are questions, or they can just email me, or Willie Pildes. So, thank
All right.
you.
Okay, thank you very much. And we are excited to see the webinar, and my students already waiting. Looking forward to that. Okay, any questions? Any other questions
Or comments?
or comments? Yes.
Okay. Then we probably stress again that we need the of you to submit or fill in the Google form about the participation, both student side and the professor side, right? Okay. When do you need that, Martin?
I would say if we can have them until the end of January, that would be great. I can see that not all teams or not all universities are joining right now, so we will try to contact them one more time to make sure they are aware of it, and so we have the feedback till the end of January. I think the best is to do it as quick as possible. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
So
this is quick. We only 40 minutes. So I guess there is no questions. Or anyone would like to say anything?
Okay.
Okay, then we'll see you next week, Wednesday, right? Wednesday.
Yes, we will start on Thursday and Friday. Sorry, 21 and 22.
Okay. Meanwhile, we will start building an exciting website for the participation for the competition presentation day, and we will give the link to you very soon. Okay. Hope we have enjoyed the.
Oh, one question.
Okay, please.
Is there any limitation of the number of students that can join next week event? because my university have 30 something, maybe up to 40 people will attend that.
To be honest, we don't know. We have been trying Zoom. I think the largest number so far was 65 to 70. I can see that next week it might get, it can easily get more, but we will go with the situation at hand, meaning that if it gets too many, then we will see what happens. I think that Zoom can actually manage that. But of course, like cross communication will become more difficult. And if there are some questions or if there are some issues that you want to discuss, then I think it will be better to do that by using the chat rather than trying to get to talk, because if there's such a large number of people participating, I think it's better to only leave the stage to the people that actually provide the information, and then I'm sure there will be a Q&A session. But again, like we can go along as we see it happen. If there's too many people, I think we will try to reduce the amount of interference by making you mute without, I hope you don't feel bad about it, and then trying to actually discuss the issues by using the chat. But we are confident that it actually will work. So
yeah,
all right.
There is some idea. I just thought about it now, because Zoom can do the live YouTube or live Facebook. If we get a member over number that the Zoom can accept, maybe we do it live. We broadcast live on Facebook, on the KMUTT Facebook somehow, so that you can, go over at the same time. You can experience the site visit at the same time as other that join the Zoom, and you can type questions in that Facebook. So we check back and forth between Zoom and Facebook. If there is any question, maybe that might work. We will check first if the Zoom can get how many members. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. All right. And one thing for sure, we will do recordings. Yeah.
Hello. I think one thing is that I have asked our student, and we can try to find a way to use Dropbox. So I think it is possible for us to use Dropbox for our students.
Okay, great. Then we just stick with Dropbox, and we will increase the memory for that.
Okay, and another thing is that I tried to fulfill the form of the confirmation form last night, and I don't know, should every student submit a confirmation by themselves, or should one team just submit one confirmation form?
Yes, exactly. I was mentioning in the Google form that one reference person should put his or her name and the email address. So not all students have to join. Not all students have to put their names, just one reference person. And in case that your studio has not yet opened, or you're still forming your team, you can also, as a faculty member, put yourself as a reference person. The reference person, yeah, and then we can figure that out along the way.
Okay, fine. Okay,
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, nice to have you all today with us, and hope we enjoy the competition throughout this month until like July, right? Okay, and hope we have a good work from our side and everyone. Thanks so much for joining.
Thank you.
Okay.
See you next week.
Thank you.
See you.
See you.
Bye.
Okay, went quite well, I think so. Still someone logging out, actually quite many from Shenzhen joining today. Yeah. So is there anything we need to we need to discuss, or we kind of like, I'm gonna have a dry test on next Tuesday with Jennifer. And
okay.
where she said she's also going to send us the recordings in case that if she's going to share the recordings that they don't work, because not all parts of that session, of the webinar session, will be live, meaning that we will need to check out whether she can run the videos from Naga City, or whether we should run it. We will just do some tests on that.
Okay.
Okay, and then and then we need to extend the Dropbox, because I'm on the edge of it, and then maybe if we have a KMUTT account for a Dropbox where we can move everything.
Okay, I asked Kun Sert.
Okay.
Probably.
I think Zoom could be host a lot of people, but it just depends on the account. Like I used to join Zoom with 300-400 people.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay, I check
I
again.
mean, the account might have to pay, but I don't know with the university account whether they maybe we have pay for this, but I mean they depend on. We need to check, but I knew that they're capable of.
Okay.
I checked Kun Sert about Zoom and Dropbox. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
And I
much
see.
then. See you.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Talk to you later. Thank you.
I'll call you later, Martin.
All right. Okay. See you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So I end the session.